Cytron Technologies is a Malaysian tech company. We design, manufacture, and distribute electronic products and educational robotic kits. RERO EDU, as the education arm of Cytron Technologies, is an impact-driven initiative in support of our national agenda to transform Malaysian youth from passive consumers of technology to future tech innovators in the digital economy. Our vision is to bring robotics and coding to the masses using local solutions. Working in collaboration with the Ministry of Education and MDEC My Digital Maker movement, we have introduced robotics and coding to over 10,000 kids through school visits, workshops, and robotics competitions. Through our initiatives, we hope to spark an interest in STEM education and careers. In order to maximize our impact, we also train and certify school teachers as well as learning center trainers. We equip and empower them to teach robotics to children in their circles of influence. We also train and mentor student leaders through our Junior Facilitator program. To date, we have trained over 300 junior facilitators, ranging from high school students to engineering undergrads. By having a strong and mobile team of RERO instructors and facilitators, plus a growing library of content, we strive to make quality robotics and coding education available, affordable, and attainable for all. You share the same vision for our next generation. We welcome you to partner with us. Together, Let's inspire and empower the next generation of tech innovators.
Our guests of honor, teachers, students, and fellow Malaysians. Welcome to the opening ceremony of the 4th National RERO Educators Conference 2022. Thank you, Cytron Technologies, one of our My Digital Maker Alliance official members, for giving MDEC this honor. The Malaysia Digital Economy Corporation MDEC is honored to be the one of the key supporters of this conference under the My Digital Maker movement. My Digital Maker movement is one of the initiatives by MDEC under the Ministry of Communications and Multimedia that was launched in 2016. This movement was jointly implemented by MDEC, the Ministry of Education, institutions of higher learning, strategic industry, and NGO partners, towards a shared Malaysian vision to become a thriving and competitive connected economy. Echoing this, the MOE has also introduced and implemented teaching of robotics and coding to our national school syllabus in order to increase students' ability to be creative and innovative thinkers. Acknowledging the need for forced IR, digital literature, and digital skills are now becoming really critical in our daily lives. Robotics and coding and similar fields will see a significant demand for careers in the future. Despite the pandemic and challenging situation, I am proud that Cytron Technologies remain committed to organize the 4th National RERO Educators Conference 2022 fully via online. During this 3-day online event, participants will get to involve in a series of workshops so that they can be trained and equipped to guide students for RAC 2022, the RERO Annual Championship 2022, and the certification program for EDU and Zoom coding courses. I'm glad to learn that in RAC 2021 robotics and coding competition last year, we received a record-breaking 3,255 submissions from 410 primary and secondary schools throughout Malaysia. We are hopeful that the participation will increase this year. I would like to also congratulate Cytron Technologies for the introduction of EduBit and ZoomBit certification program, which is a joint initiative between Cytron Technologies and Asia Pacific University School of Engineering in support of MDEC's My Digital Maker movement. Via this certification program, primary and secondary school students will get to explore robotics and coding using the modules provided and with guidance from their teachers. Successful candidates will receive an e-certificate as an affirmation of their effort and achievement upon completion of the course. To end this speech, I would like to express my highest appreciation and thanks to Cytron Technologies, who is taking commendable initiative in organizing the 4th National RERO Educators Conference 2022. I hope that this strategic collaboration with the My Digital Maker Alliance member, MOE, government agencies and industry players will continue, and more teachers and students will benefit from such digital making programs in the future. To all participants, a big applause and congratulations to you. Wishing you all to continue to excel and always strive to improve your self-development and digital skills for a brighter future. All the best. Thank you.
Okay, a very good morning. Okay, so thank you to Encik Nick Naharudin from MDEC for the opening speech. So on behalf of Cytron Technologies, I'd like to take this opportunity to greet and welcome all of you to join us today for the 4th National RERO Educators Conference 2022. So with us today, we have mostly teachers and trainers, and we also have some parents who are really keen to support their children in learning robotics and coding. And also we have some students joining us because they can't wait to know more about our program. Okay, so for today, we have exciting programs lined up for you. So let's check it out. Okay, so as mentioned earlier, our conference this year will start today and last for 3 days until 2nd of March 2022. And I'll just briefly go through with you what we have planned for these 3 days. So we'll start off with EduBit and ZoomBit certification program briefing. We will start shortly. And right after, we will have EduBit Make Code workshop. Okay, we'll take a short break for lunch and come back for ZoomBit workshop at 2 this afternoon. So all these sessions will be streamed to YouTube live. Okay. And don't worry, if you cannot join us live, you can always watch the recording or refer back if you miss certain parts of it. However, the certificate of attendance will only be issued for participants who joined live. So the attendance link will be shared towards the end of each session. So make sure you fill out the form in order to get the certificate of attendance. And tomorrow, we will continue with RAC 2022 competition briefing. Okay, so this is our annual robotics and coding competition. So make sure you join us. For schools who are new to RAC 2022, you can always join us for the introductory workshop. First one for RERO Micro in the morning, right after the briefing, and another one for Picabot in the afternoon at 2 p.m. Okay, and this year we also included training sessions for RBT subject teachers. So if you are teaching RBT primary 5 and primary 6, you can join us for the training workshop on the 3rd day. In the morning at 10 a.m., we will cover RBT Maker Uno Year 5 kit. This is using Arduino platform, programming using MBlock. Okay. And in the afternoon, we will continue with Microbit Quick Start Kit, programming using MakeCode Editor. So it is up to the school which device or which kit to use to introduce microcontroller programming in RBT subject. So before I proceed further, I would like to explain to all our viewers today that this program is conducted free. All our programs are provided free for schools to participate in, and it is not compulsory. Okay, it tidak diwajibkan. It is an invitation from us. We would like to help to support teachers and schools to introduce robotics and coding to students. So if you are interested, you can join us, get involved, and we are here to support you all the way. Okay, and if you have the kits already, you can join us during the workshop sessions. You can try hands-on, and if you have any problems or questions, you can ask our presenters, our trainers directly. However, if you do not have the kit yet, do not worry. You can still join us, listen first, and then explore later on after you have the kit. Again, I would like to stress that all our learning kits are developed especially for beginners to start their journey learning robotics and coding. For all our kits, we have provided quick start guides or step-by-step module to help you to get started. And if you need extra help or if you need technical support, you can always reach out to us, RERO EDU team from Cytron, and we are always ready to help and support you. Okay, and you can also join us on Telegram support group. We have lots of teachers who are very experienced, who have been with us for the past few years. They are also there to cheer you on and to give you support and to share their experience. So that's about the program for today, brought to you by RERO EDU team, the education arm of Cytron Technologies. Okay, so without further ado, I'd like to continue with the main agenda for today, which is the EduBit and ZoomBit certification program. Okay, before I continue further, I'd like to play a short video greeting from the head of School of Engineering from Asia Pacific University, Dr. Tang Ka-fei. Okay.
Hello, everybody. I am Associate Professor Dr. Tang Ka-fei, Head of School from the School of Engineering at Asia Pacific University of Technology and Innovation. I'm very delighted to actually announce that APU has continued to support the certification program for robotics and coding courses via the endorsement and also the certification of course content as well as the modes of delivery provided by Cytron. Apart from supporting the My Digital Maker initiative championed by MDEC, via this collaboration, APU actually aims to cultivate interest in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, which we call STEM, among younger generations. Via the collaboration between APU and Cytron, participants will receive certificates with APU logo on them, apart from MDEC and Cytron. Being one of the premier digital tech institution in Malaysia, recognized by MDEC, as well as the premier supplier of technology education in Malaysia, this also means that the program that you will receive from Cytron will be of the highest quality and also meeting the competency expectation in robotics and coding for primary and secondary school students. So thank you and wish you all the success. Happy learning, everyone. Bye.
Okay, I'm back. So thank you, Associate Professor Dr. Tang Ka-fei and also APU for supporting our initiative. So as mentioned by Dr. Tang, this certification program is a joint initiative between Cytron Technologies and Asia Pacific University in support of MDEC's My Digital Maker movement. Okay, so for the following session, I will be sharing information from this page. So if my screen, if you cannot read the text on my screen, or if it's too small, you can go to the info site and refer there. Okay, so I will share the link in the chat. Okay, so this year I am very glad to announce that our program has received approval from the Ministry of Education. So in other words, students who participate in this program, they can receive marks for their PAJSK involvement in this certification program. All right. So for this year, we will have 2 courses. Okay, we introduced the first one, EduBit, last year, and this year we have a new course, which is ZoomBit. Okay, so before I continue, I would just like to share with you a little bit more about these kits. Okay, if you scroll down on the site, you will see this is the kit for EduBit. Okay, the kit comes complete with everything that you need to introduce coding to your students. It comes complete with a book, and the book in such a way that it is beginner friendly. You have step-by-step guide that the students can follow along, and they will definitely be able to complete. Okay, so for now, we already have students as young as primary 2 who went through the course and successfully completed and received certification for EduBit course. All right. And besides the book, you have the hardware, of course, and all the accessories needed to complete the course. We even included board games and so on that the students can have fun doing and enjoy. Okay, so before I continue, I would just like to play a short video so that you have an idea what's in the kit and what the students can learn from EduBit. Okay, so we'll start with EduBit first. Okay, let me get the video. Okay, so it's here.
Assalamualaikum.
Okay, so that is EduBit Kit. Okay, so I received many inquiries about EduBit and ZoomBit. So what's the difference? So I will start with EduBit. So EduBit Kit is really suitable for those beginners who just started learning, and especially for primary school students. So what we do is we try to make it as fun for the students as possible. Okay, so as you can see, it is presented in a very colorful manner. And then in the lessons, we try to include games for the students, for the kids. In every chapter, they will learn to build a game. For For example, in chapter 2, they learn to program EduBit and use it as a digital version to play the game rock, paper, scissors. And then in chapter 5, they learn to use infrared sensor to function as a digital dice. And we included a board game for them to play snake and ladders. And in chapter 9, they learn to program servo motor and they use it to play a game of penalty shootout. So that one is really popular among the boys. They love it. And we also have twister game and so on. So every chapter features a game and they learn to program it. And through that, we introduce programming concepts for the students and make it fun for them. Basically, that's the main idea. Having fun while learning to code. And we provide them with the support. So that's EduBit. And after completing the course, basically the students, they would have learned how to use all these different sensors and modules, and they know how to program them. So that is where they can be innovative and creative. They can build their own projects, they can build their own games, and they can also build their own solutions to problems around them. So basically, this kit is really fantastic or a very good start for students to explore. At the end, they will be able to build innovation projects. Okay, so that's the whole idea. So that is EduBit and the course. For the content of the course, we will cover in more details and also share resources that teachers can use to guide their students. In the session later, we have EduBit training for teachers at 10, right after this briefing session. So I will explain further during the session. Okay, so now moving on to our next course, we have what we call ZoomBit. Okay, so wait, let me get the correct setting so that you can see clearly. Okay, can you see my screen clearly now? Okay, so the next course that I would like to cover is ZoomBit. Okay, ZoomBit is new. We just launched it this year for the certification program. So this will be the first batch. Okay, so as you can see here, this is what you will get when you get a new ZoomBit kit. So basically, it comes with all these components. We have the Rekabit board, we have the maker line sensor, LED modules, what else? The DC motor, servo motor. So all these components come together in the kit. Okay, and of course, it comes with the instruction manual, a booklet. In the booklet, we will have step-by-step guide to guide the students to build the robot. And after building the robot, they will learn to program the robot. Okay, so they are going to learn things like programming ZoomBit to play melodies, to play songs. They will program the robot to turn on its headlights when the surrounding is dark. They can program the robot to detect obstacle in its path and to respond accordingly. They can program the robot to follow a line and so on. Okay, so maybe I will just play the video for you so that you will have a better idea what I'm talking about, right? Okay, so I'd like to introduce to you ZoomBit, our robot car kit for microbit. So enjoy. Okay, so that is Zumbi.
Today in the workshop, we'll be working with OLED displays.
Sorry. Okay, so today, this is Zumbi. Ta-da! This is our kid robot car. Do you think your students would love this robot? Okay, so when we design this robot, our goal is to make it fun and attractive for the students. So we want them to be excited about learning robotics and coding. So the students, they are going to have the opportunity to build this robot from scratch. Okay, and for this robot, we simplify it. So the building process is very much plug and play, simplified with minimal all those messy wires. We try to cut down on that and make it fun for them, a fun process for them to build. Okay, so after building the robot, they will learn to control this robot by using make code editor. They need to learn coding in order to make the robot to sing and so on. Okay, so many teachers ask me, what's the difference between EduBit and ZoomBit? So my answer is that it's two different courses. So whether you choose to introduce ZoomBit or EduBit to your students will be definitely your decision to make. Okay, up to the schools. So for these two courses, both are targeted for beginners. So when we say beginners, it could be primary school students beginners, it could be secondary school students beginners. So the whole idea is that, as long as the students, they are interested to learn robotics and coding, these courses are for them. And between EduBit and ZoomBit, the difference is that ZoomBit is more for robotics and coding. They build a robot and they program to control the robot. Whereas for EduBit, it comes with all the different sensors, and at the end, what they are going to build are innovation projects. So it's up to their creativity and innovation, what kind of projects they will build. For example, they can build security alarm system, they can build auto plant watering system, they can build maybe what else? Auto pet feeder, that's a famous one, a popular one. So all these different projects, if they are using EduBit. So it's up to the schools to decide which one to start with, or you can even start with both if you like. Okay. So moving on, this is the timeline for this year. So basically, we have arranged to have 3 sessions. So, okay, let me minimize myself so that you can see the screen. Okay. So this year, we have 3 sessions as mentioned. And the first session will start in March when school reopens. So if your school, if you already have the kits ready, you can start right away, end of March. And the assessment will be in May, okay, 14th of May. So you have roughly about 2 months for the students to complete the course, to go through the lessons and prepare for the final assessment. But if this is something new to your schools, you need more time to explore and to try, you can go for session 2, which is in August for the final assessment. And the final session for this year will be in November. So you can choose whichever session that you enroll your students in. And if you like, you can even enroll them for different batches of students for different sessions. Therefore, you can fully utilize the kit, whereas whereby the first batch of students, they will study and sit for the evaluation for the first session. And once they've completed that, the kits can be reused, okay, by the second batch of students in session 2 and again in session 3. So the same kit can be used, can be shared by 3 students at least, or even more, okay? So this is the schedule. And moving on, I will cover some of the frequently asked questions. So after we introduce this to schools, we sent the letters to schools, right? I received a lot of inquiries. Thank you very much for your support and your interest. I'm so excited. So I have compiled some of the most frequently asked questions, and I will answer them here one by one. And if there are additional questions that I did not cover during the presentation now, you can always type in the chat, and later on we will have a Q&A session. I'll try to answer all your questions. All right. So the first question will be, what do they need to do? Okay, so is this too small? Just a minute. I try to enlarge the fonts. Okay. Is this better? All right. So let's say your students are interested in this program. What you need to do firstly is to make sure that they have the kit. Okay. And inside the kit, you will have the book in physical copy, a printed book for them to go through the lessons. And on top of the module in the book, we also prepared additional resources which you can access via our online resource hubs. Okay, so what you do is you guide your students to complete all the lessons and attempt the challenges at the end of each chapter. That will prepare them for the final course assessment. So to receive the course completion certificate, students, they will need to sit and pass a theory test and practical coding tasks for Zoombit. And for EduBit course, they will be required to submit a project. Okay, so the passing marks is 60%, 60 to 69 pass, and if they can score 70 to 84, they will get merit, and a distinction if they can score 85 and above. If you're wondering what happens if your students get below 59, so if they get below 59, then they will need to resit, okay, or retake the theory quiz and the practical coding task, so they can for example, if they try in session 1, that's their first attempt, and unfortunately if they did not pass, what they can do is they can always register to resit in the second session and so on. But let me assure you that our certification program, our intention is to help students. Our intention is for them to learn and enjoy the learning process. The final course assessment is not to fail them, but instead, the very purpose of this certification program is to affirm them, okay, to encourage them, to let them know that, you know, they have put in so much effort and they have mastered these skills, that they are able to do it, they pass the evaluation to get a merit, a distinction, and so on. So don't worry, just let them try. Okay, so from the previous batches, last year we had 2 batches who set for EduBit certification programs, and most of them did well. Okay, so not to worry. So the next question would be, you know, let's say I'm really interested. How do we register, and how much is the registration fee? So I'd like to assure you that this program, this certification program, is free. Okay, we will not charge students to participate in this, and for that I would like to thank APU and Cytron Technologies, for partnering with us and providing this program for free for all students in Malaysia. So if you are interested, all you need to do is to get the kit and then register online. Okay, you can register from the certification page. Just click the registration button and it will bring you to a Google form. Fill out the Google form for the session of your choice, and we will send you a reminder and a link to take the test nearer the date. Okay, we will send reminder 1 week before the test. And in case you do not receive the email, please remember to check your junk mail as well. And if you really cannot find the link, you can always reach out to me. Just email me or drop me a message and I will assist you. Okay, so registration covered. The next question will be, what will be assessed? Okay, what will be covered? As mentioned earlier, there will be a theory quiz. It contributes 50% of it. So students will definitely need to learn, okay, read the notes included in the books. Okay, so this will be conducted via Google Form, and the questions will be similar to the chapter quizzes for each chapter, and they can even try to do the trial quiz, okay, to prepare for this theory test. And the content, the test will cover content from the book, okay, EduBit book and ZoomBit book. And for your information, the printed copy that comes with the kit is in English, but if, let's say, your students, especially primary school students, if they are not so fluent in English, they can actually download translations of the book from our resource hub. For your information, for ZoomBit book, we have the translated version in BM and Chinese already available for download. And I would like to extend my gratitude to Cikgu Rizali Afiq and team for translating the book to BM. And also our junior facilitator, Eng Ziqiang, and his teammate, Lim Zeye, for translating the book to Chinese. So if your students need the translated versions, you can download the PDF copy for free from ZoomBit Resource Hub. EduBit books, we have it translated into BM, Chinese, and even Tamil. And apart from that, we also have other international languages. You can check it out in the download page of EduBit Resource Hub. Okay, so that is for theory. And besides theory, we also want to assess them in terms of the practical aspects. After going through the course, are they able to use the hardware and the programming to build their own projects? So for EduBit course, they will need to build an original project individually. Okay, so for this certification program, everything will be individual. Okay, and students will need to prepare documentations for their projects. They need to submit a short demo video to show how the project works. They will need to submit a sample code with comments to explain their code, and also an A4 sized poster. Okay, so for schools who are new to this, you can visit our resource hub for EduBit. Let me share the link here. Okay, in the resource hub, you can view projects submitted by students last year. Okay, I included some projects as examples, so you can refer to that. And also you can download the translations and the English book in PDF copy. and also check out our community. So I'll leave it to you to explore the resource hub. Lots of materials there. We will visit the hub later on during the training for teachers. But maybe for now, I will need to move on to the next part, which is for Zoombit. Okay, so for Zoombit, we also have a resource hub. You can refer here. And for the practical assessment for Zoombit course, candidates will be given coding tasks. So in the book, throughout the course, they learn to program the robot. And now for the assessment, for the final course assessment, they will be giving live coding tasks. In other words, they will be given new new questions or tasks that they have never done before in the course, but basically it will require them to apply what they have learned throughout the course. Okay, so they will program the robot, and they will need to take a video of the robot performing the task requirements. Okay, and then submit the video to us together with the code, okay, with comments. So that will be the evaluation part for us to assess, how far they have mastered the content that we covered in the course. We need to have that evaluation so that we know where the students are at and whether they have they have learned something from the course. And of course, we need to have that evaluation in order for us to issue them with the certificate. For your information, the certificate that they will receive, it will say that they have completed the course, the course name and so on, and it will show their result, whether they get distinction, merit, or pass. And then on the cert, it will be endorsed by Cytron Technologies, by Asia Pacific University, and we also have endorsement from MDEC, okay, MDEC My Digital Maker team. Okay, so we will need time, depending on the number of candidates. We will need up to 1 month to review all submissions, and successful candidates will receive an e-cert via email, okay? And I also received a lot of questions regarding the kit, sales and purchase of the kit. They are wondering, where to buy, where to get the kit, and so on. So again, let me stress that it is not compulsory. Okay, program ini tidak diwajibkan atas dasar jemputan. Okay, it's not a compulsory program. Do not feel obliged to buy the kit to join the program, but rather this is an invitation from us to you, to schools, parents, teachers. If you think that learning robotics and coding is important for your students, for your children, you want them to have this opportunity, we are inviting you, we are offering you this program for free. And all you need to do is to get the complete kit. And at Cytron, we really want to make these kits affordable to as many students as possible. So we try to keep the price reasonable, affordable for all. Okay, so the most convenient way for you to get the kit is via Cytron's online web store. As you can see here, EduBit training and project kit is 199 per kit. With that 199, you get the learning modules, you get all the accessories, everything that you need to complete the course. And for your information, the kit can be reused. In other words, for 199, it can be shared by multiple students for the different sessions. So if many schools, what they do is they purchase the kit for the usage of the club, and that that kit can be used by, you know, students from different years. Okay, every year they can reuse the kit. So if your school, if you do not have the budget, what you can do is to help us to extend this information, this invitation to students, to parents. If they can afford, they can purchase the kit on their own for their children's usage. Okay, so that's one way. And we, in the past, we also have teachers or schools, they get support from their school PIBG, or some even approach companies to sponsor them for CSR, and some requested for sponsorship from YBs and so on. So how to get the funding for the kids, uh, it all depends on your current situation and circumstance. Okay, so it's up to you. And for Zoombit, it's 219 per kit, also available on Cytron web store. And let's say if there are many students who are interested, you can get the classroom bundle at a greater discount. Okay, so if you go for classroom bundle, basically there are 10 sets in each bundle. Okay, and the prices as stated here. Okay, you can click on the links to check out the product page. And if you already have a microbit board, okay, we understand that many schools already have a microbit board. And if you do, you can actually get EduBit or Zoombit without microbit. That will save you a substantial amount, okay, if you compare the selling price. And some schools will need to use government LO. If you want to use LO to purchase, you can contact our sales team. You can email to sales@cytron.io to get quotations and to proceed with the order via LO. Okay, so these are some of the frequently asked questions that I have received so far. So I've tried to answer all of them. You can refer back to this. Everything is provided in the site. And if you have further questions, you can always contact me, or you can ask in EduBit support group and Zoombit support group. All right. So in these support groups, we have teachers who have already, for EduBit course, we have teachers who have already conducted the courses for their students. So they have experience, they can share their experience with you, they can guide you. And of course, RERO EDU team is in the groups. We are always there to support you. Okay, so that's all for my briefing for this certification program. I hope that it has been clear, and I'd like to open this time for Q&A. Okay, so I'd like to invite my colleague if there are any questions from the floor that I need to address. Can you please bring it up on the screen so that I can address them one by one? Okay, so if you have questions that are not answered, you can type in the live chat in YouTube and I will answer them one by one. So this is the first question. Can school use RBT PCG to buy the kit? This is up to the schools. So if your PK is agreeable, your principal is agreeable, yes, you can use RBT PCG. And in fact, EduBit and Zoombit can be used to teach the syllabus for RBT, okay, for RBT subject. Next question. Okay, I think this is answered. So yes, you can use LO to purchase the kit. Just contact our sales team, all right? Okay, so 219. So I assume this is asking about Zoombit. So 219 is to purchase one kit, okay? To purchase one kit. And with this kit, for each station, yes, when you sit for the final course assessment, each candidate will need to have one kit for them to do the coding task, the practical coding task. They will need to take video and submit within the time limit. However, this one set can be shared by multiple students during the training, and you can reuse the kit, meaning first students sit for the assessment in session 1, and then the second student in session 2, and so on. All right, so the assessment will be individually. EduBit suitable for age range. Okay, as mentioned earlier, EduBit is suitable for children aged 7 and above, and actually even for secondary school students. So it's not so much about their age, but their level. So both Kids, EduBit, and ZoomBit are designed for beginners. Okay, beginners can be primary or secondary school students. Next. What's the language used for the test? Okay, for the evaluation, the test will be in English. But let me assure you that as far as possible, we will try to use simple English. We will use the same terms, the same similar sentence structures as used in the book. All right, we will keep it simple, and wherever possible, we try to support, help students to understand by including illustrations and even short video clips. When participating, the pupils will get the certificate. Okay, for the certification program, the students will only receive a certificate, course completion certificate, provided that they pass the evaluation, 60 marks and above. If they do not pass, then they can resit or retake until they pass. So no fees will be charged. So they just need to try until they succeed. And for your information, we have applied with the Ministry of Education and received approval to introduce this course to all primary and secondary schools throughout Malaysia. In other words, students can participate, and after the third session, after we conclude the program for this year, we will submit the report to the Ministry of Education for their review, and then they will issue the surat pengiktiraf fund for PAJSK. So for your information, the marks will be for involvement, penlibatan or penyertaan. All right. Okay. This is a very good question. So actually, it has always been the standard procedure. So we cannot promise what peringkat as of now, because it is the decision of BSKK MOE. What we will do is we will submit the report. We need to let them know how many schools from how many states, everything, all the details we will submit. The organizer will submit to BSKK, and subject to their review and approval, they will issue a surat pengiktirafan sijil, which we will forward to all candidates, and that surat will inform whether it is negeri or kebangsaan. So for that, I'll like to request for all teachers, we need your support. We need your involvement in order for us to achieve peringkat kebangsaan. We need to have participation from different states, and also the number of participation and so on. But for your information, for EduBit course last year, we managed to get peringkat kebangsaan with involvement from 11 states. So we are hopeful, and we will definitely work hard towards that. Okay, but we need your help, and at this moment we cannot promise that it will be peringkat kebangsaan. I can only promise that we will try our best and give our best effort. Okay, next question. Okay, is there any separate certification program for the trainers? Okay, actually, yes. Okay, if you are interested, I will explain further regarding this certification program for trainers during the training session, training for teachers. Or you can also go to the resource hub and click on the community tab. So we actually certify teachers as instructors, and those who have successfully trained 3 students and above to complete the course, they can apply to be a certified coach, and then they can guide their colleagues, their teachers, and then get certified as a master trainer after mentoring 3 teachers. Okay, I'll explain further later. Primary school, what age limit for both course? Actually, there is no age limit per se, and I personally recommend EduBit and ZoomBit courses for upper primary level, primary 4, 5, 6. But that we actually have students as young as primary 2 who successfully completed the course last year. Okay, so if you are interested, you can ask refer to Coach Clarissa in the EduBit group, Telegram group. Okay, is year 6 student can join for the EduBit? Yes, cikgu boleh. If all EduBit have problem, where can we send it for maintenance? Okay, if you have any issue with the hardware, you can always reach out to us. EduBit is fully designed, manufactured, and distributed by Cytron. It is our product made in Malaysia. We are very proud for that. We will definitely assure you of the quality and provide you with support. So if you need warranty or if you need replacement, you can always contact us. Okay. Can participants use more than what is in the kit for EduBit? I suppose you are asking about the project. Yes, you can use additional components. Any guidebook to use coding? Yes, cikgu. So for all the kits, EduBit and ZoomBit, they come complete with a guidebook with lessons, step-by-step lessons, and you can even download the soft copy online. So you will get hard copy book, and you can also download soft copy PDF copy from online, and also access additional resources from our online resource hub. Do they need a laptop to install any particular apps? Okay, so for EduBit and ZoomBit, both are programmed using MakeCode Editor. You can use the web-based online version, so you don't need to install anything as long as you have internet access. However, if internet is not stable, you can install MakeCode offline app if you like. Okay. Is it the same with Rekabit? Okay, cikgu, if you have Rekabit is this board here. So we use Rekabit and we added all the additional components to build this robot. So yes, ZoomBit is based on Rekabit. Can we get bundle price for package mix? I'm sorry, Cikgu. At the moment, we do not have this option. So we only have EduBit individual kits, ZoomBit individual kits, and classroom bundle for for each separate product. Can we use Google Translate to translate? Okay, that is very creative. The quiz will be via Google Form. So if the students, if they need to translate, I guess we won't be able to monitor that. So it's okay if they need to translate, they can do so. but they will have to answer the quiz on their own. Okay, so we hope that teachers and parents will cooperate and help us to monitor them when they sit for the quiz, and they can Google Translate if they need to. So my pupils will need a good command of English. Even if they have the translation, they need to be able to do everything in English. So yes, Cikgu. So this is what we hope will be the indirect how to say, gains by the students. So for your information, right, when we wrote the content for the book, we have primary school students or beginners in mind. So we try to keep the language as simple as possible. Guna bahasa Inggris yang mudah. Okay, we write targeting for primary school students. And we included a lot of illustrations as well, pictures to help them to understand. So during the training, I would strongly encourage students or teachers to use the English version if possible. And you'll be surprised that the students, they will actually improve in their command of English. They will pick up the language. And if really necessary, what you can do is to provide them with both BM and English versions so that they can refer when necessary. And hopefully, indirectly, they will also improve in their command of English. What the difference between microbit and Arduino? Okay, this is a very good question. So both microbit and Arduino, they are microcontroller boards which you can use programming to control. So the biggest difference is for microbit, we use MakeCode editor to program. For beginners, we encourage students to use the block-based programming, but you can also use JavaScript and Python with microbit for more advanced users. Whereas for Arduino, the Arduino boards, you can use Arduino IDE to program. And for younger students, we encourage them to use MBlock. So basically, you learn different programming languages for these two. To join the certification program, is it must through school teacher or parent can register their kids? Okay, so for the certification program, where possible, we would like to get schools involved, get teachers involved. So it is best if they can join through schools. However, if this program is not offered by the schools, parents can register their children as private candidates. Okay, no problem. Yes. What is the difference between EduBit and ZoomBit program? Okay, Cikgu Muhammad Anas, right? So the main difference will be the kit used. So EduBit will be using this kit, and this is more towards building innovation projects. So they will get this board with all the different modules. They learn to program the piezo buzzer, the sound sensor, the potentiometer, the IR sensor, and so on, all the different modules. And then they can use this to build innovation projects. Whereas for ZoomBit program, they learn to build a mobile robot, and then they learn to program the mobile robot. So both are for beginners, and both will introduce coding to students. How long the warranty for the kit? 1 year. Okay, you can check it, for further details in the product pages. Can all Q&As here send to our email? Okay, so Cikgu Adrian, all the questions I have already compiled frequently asked questions in the website, in the info page. So the questions here, I will compile and add on. So everything regarding this program, you can refer to the certification page. All right. I already have Arduino Uno kit and software. Can it be reused during the pickup of okay. This question will be answered during the sessions. Yeah, so now we are not talking about Arduino Uno. So for Arduino Uno pickup board, we will have the briefing and the training tomorrow for RSC 2022. Jika sekolah tiada internet, boleh tak menyertai kursus ini? Yes, cikgu, if tiada internet, you can still get the kit, learn using the book provided. You can also use the offline version of MakeCode for the programming part. So not a problem to learn and join the course. But for the final assessment, it will be conducted via Google Form. So if the students can access Google Form, and I guess there's no stopping them, but we will just need to make sure that they have internet access to sit for the final course assessment. How many PC need to be provided for this course? PC referring to laptop PC. The students will need to have access to a computer in order to program the robots. Yeah. The competition can be participate for those. Yes, open to private school students as well. In fact, this program is offered to all students in Malaysia. Okay, can join through schools or register as private candidates. Is it compulsory to buy the kit for the session? Cikgu, again, this is jemputan, invitation to participate. It is not compulsory. So, but if you like to join the program, the certification program, the students will need the kit in order to learn and to fulfill the course requirements. For EduBit course, how long a short demo video? We do not set the limit or the minimum or maximum for the video, as long as they clearly demonstrate how their project works. Okay, are there any other questions? We are slightly over time now. It's 10:07. So okay, so I will share with you the attendance link for today for this session. So you can, if you don't have further questions, you can go to the, sorry, not this one. Let me, sorry. Hey, okay, just a minute. Let me get the link for you. Just a minute, yeah. Let me get the link for attendance. Okay, yeah, finally I found it. I prepared the link earlier but couldn't find the banner. Okay, so for teachers who join us live for the briefing session, you can fill out the attendance form here. Okay, at this link. It's a Google form. Fill out the form and we will issue you certificate of attendance. Give us some time. We will send to you by next week or earlier if possible. And if you have further questions that are not addressed now during the session, you can add in the remark. Okay. Can I have some response? Can you try to open this link? We will also share in the comment section. the link we'll share in the comment. You try to click and let me know whether you have any problems, accessing the form. Okay, remember to fill out the form as soon as possible. We will close the form later after the session. We give you around 1 hour to fill out. So please fill out latest by 11 a.m. Yeah. So the certificate is only for participants who join us live during the session. Okay. So if you have further questions, please feel free to ask in our Telegram group, or you can also email to me or add in the remark section. So don't worry, we are always here to support you. Just reach out to us anytime, and we will try our best to get you all the help and support that you need. Okay, so it's 10:10 now. We will take a short break, maybe 5 minutes, and then we will be back at 10:15 for the training for teachers for EduBit. All right. Okay, so signing out for now. I'll be back at 10:15. See you then. Bye. Okay, just checking with everyone in the stream. Are you ready? Okay, are you ready to start with the training for trainers for EduBit, or do you need a little bit more time? If you are ready, please type in the chat. Say, yes, I'm ready, let's start. Or if you need more time, then maybe we wait another minute or two. And while waiting, let me play a video, the unboxing video for EduBit, so that you can, if you do not have the kit yet, you know what's inside the kit. All right? Okay. Okay, so before we start the hands-on training session, we will need the following. Okay, we will need computer laptop for you to try to program. Okay, even if you do not have the kit, you can still join us because for Make Code Editor, the best part about it is that there's this online simulation. So for the first 1-2 chapters, it's not a problem at all for you to do with or without the kit. Yeah. So get your computer laptop ready if you are watching this from your phone. And of course, we need stable internet connection and the training kit if you already have it with you. All right. So for today, we will be exploring EduBit. So if you are new to EduBit, this is the kit. It's EduBit, short for Educational Training and Project Kit for Microbit. And for your information, this kit has been sold to over 37 countries. Okay, we launched it in 2020 via Kickstarter, and we received very good response. And this kit is used worldwide, I would say. Okay, and it has been translated. The guidebook has been translated to 10 other languages. So if you would like to download the translated versions of the book, you can go to the EduBit Resource Hub. Okay, EduBit Resource Hub, and go to the download page. Okay, and for today, what I will do is I will introduce to you Microbit board first, Microbit, and then explain further about the hardware features of EduBit, and we will explore Make Code Editor, familiarize ourselves with the interface, and try it out hands-on, right? So we will use Make Code Editor to program EduBit. We will learn how to publish projects, how to add EduBit extensions, and connect DC motor, servo motor, and so on. And most important of all, I think for this station, it's already 10:23 now. I have less than 2 hours, so I won't be able to cover in details, every chapter in the book. But what is most important is I want to share with you, teachers, trainers, want to share with you what are the resources that we have available for you to use. So when we develop this kit, we are very clear on this. We want to make it fun for students, for children to learn. And at the same time, we want to provide enough support for teachers. That's why we have developed a lot of resources for teachers. We have video tutorials, we have video clips to explain the chapter challenges. We have, Quizlets, okay? Very simple quizzes at the end of each chapter. Students can just click and do on Google, via Google Form and so on. So via this, this station in another 1.5 hours, what I'm going to do is I will, bring you through all these resources so that for this school holiday, you have 3 weeks holiday, you can have fun exploring this, before you even teach this to your students. Maybe what you can do is you can try it out yourself, have fun exploring. And if you have children of your own, I strongly recommend that you do this together with your own children during this school holiday. Spend quality time with them, and after you have tried it yourself, you will be more confident to deliver to your students. Okay, so let's start. So if you are teaching RBT in primary school, you would have heard about Microbit, right? So okay, let me show you. When I open the box, this is the EduBit board, and what you see here. Okay, let me show you. Okay, the black board, this is Microbit board. Okay, so you might know Microbit like this. Okay, can you see? Okay, you might know Microbit as this. So what we do is that, let me, maybe even before I talk about EduBit, maybe I just introduce this powerful mini board to you first. I love this Microbit because it is especially designed to introduce coding to kids in a fun and engaging manner. Even with just the microbit alone, you get this LED matrix. These are LEDs. You can program the LED to light up, okay, 5 by 5. And then you have these two programmable input buttons, okay, A and B. You can program it. For example, when I press button A, then show a smiley face on the LED matrix and so on, okay? You have these buttons. And if you are using microbit V2, the new version, it has this built-in piezo buzzer. You can play melodies. It has a built-in mic or sound sensor, and you can also use this microbit to program it to communicate with another microbit that have this radio function. Okay, so at Cytron, what we did was we use this microbit as the main controller, and we designed this board. Okay, so this full board, orange in color, okay, this is EduBit board. So as you may notice here, we have additional modules and components here. Okay, so let me go to the next slide. Okay, so if you get the EduBit kit, okay, if you get the EduBit kit, you will get this box, this colorful box. And when you open up the box, you will have all these different components available for you to use, okay, in class. Okay. And okay, I'm going to show you what's inside the box. Okay, so that's the unboxing video. So you have a glimpse of what's included in the box. Okay. So now I'm going to show you the features. So basically with EduBit, we use this, we do away with all these crocodile clips. Don't have to worry about messy wires anymore, and replace with just one power and data cable. All right, and it can support up to 3 servo motors and 2 DC motors. So previously, if you are just using the EduBit board, you have limited I/O pins available. So with EduBit, you can include more motors in your projects. All right. And you can also have all these indicators to make it easier for you to troubleshoot in case your there are bugs in your code, or in your it works in the simulation but doesn't work in the actual project, and so on. You can refer to the indicators to troubleshoot. And this is really something that I would like to share with you. In class, if we are teaching and then they have completed everything in the course, in the book, they have learned all the lessons here, you can actually break the board in some, okay, like this, okay, break it off, and then you can have all these modules as separate modules, so that you can enjoy more flexibility when you build your project. Okay, so this is a bigger view. I will need to go away, go to the side. Oh, not this side. Okay, this side. Okay, so this is the diagram for EduBit board. Okay, so what we do in the course is to guide the students to program all these different modules available on the EduBit board one by one. So we say, let's learn coding bit by bit. So we call all these individual modules here bit. So this is music bit, sound bit, potential bit, IR bit, and so on. So the tagline is learn coding bit by bit. Okay. So in lesson 1, we kickstart with just the microbit. Again, just the microbit. We learn to program the LED display here. And in lesson 2, we program the button bit. So we have 2 programmable input buttons here. So these are actually the same as these 2 buttons here, okay, on the microbit itself, A and B. And the reason why we have these additional buttons is to make it easier for you, when you build your projects, you might want to position the buttons where it is more accessible, or a more suitable position for your project. Okay. And in lesson 3, we have we teach them how to program their EduBit to play songs, play melodies. So there are preset melodies that they can use. Just choose, for example, happy birthday tunes, entertainer, and so on, that they can use right away. But students can also program their own tunes, their own songs, any song. All you need to do is to find the notes and the duration, and then you can program note by note. For example, we have sample code for Negaraku. If you want, you can download from the download page on our resource hub. All these songs you can learn. And for this music bit, right, you can choose to play the sound from this black piezo buzzer, or you can even plug in your speakers. Okay, just plug in the audio to the audio jack here, and then you can have speakers to play the melodies that you have programmed. Okay, chapter 4, we have 3 big LEDs here. Traffic light bit, we have red, yellow, green, so they can program it to turn on, turn off, and so on. Okay. And then moving on, we have infrared sensor. It is an infrared module. So basically, it emits infrared signal, and if there's an object blocking it, then the infrared signal will be reflected and detected by the receiver, and then you can program it. For example, in chapter 5, what we did was we teach the students how to program this IR sensor, so that EduBit can function as a digital dice, whereby you just wave your hand across the sensor, and then it will display a random number on the LED matrix. So for your information, this infrared sensor is we use digital version. In other words, you can only program it to detect whether it is triggered or not triggered. Okay, and there's a blue knob here for you to fine tune the sensitivity threshold. Okay, so please do not feel overwhelmed when I tell you about all these technical aspect of features of the board. I'm just explaining to you. Rest assured, when you go through the lessons in the book, you'll find the simplified explanations that you can share with your students. Okay, we make it simple for teachers and students. So the next one is potentiometer. So this is an analog input module. So it functions like, you know, our volume control on our you know, radio or speakers or on. You can adjust the knob to you know, to turn up or turn down the value and so on. Okay, after potentiometer, the next one is a microphone sound level. In other words, it's a sound sensor, so it can detect, you know, when you clap your hands, when there's a loud sound, then you can program it to do something. Okay, that's the microphone. And the next chapter, chapter 8, we teach the students how to connect DC motors. We have 2 motor terminals here. So in the kit, we only provide 1 DC motor, but EduBit can support up to 2 DC motors. And the next one is servo ports. We have 3 servo ports, and in the kit, we provide 1 servo motor. So in other words, you can build projects with additional servo motors if you need. Okay. And chapter 10, we have RGB LEDs here, 4 of them. And lastly, in the bonus chapter, we have this radio communication. So for EduBit book, we have 10 plus 1 chapters. Why plus 1? Because that's a bonus chapter. For radio communication, you will need more than 1. Okay, when we talk about communication, of course, we need one to send message and another one to receive message, right? Otherwise, there's no communication. But if you are teaching EduBit in a class setting, definitely you have more than 1 EduBit. Then you can teach the students how to program their EduBit to send information, send messages to their friends, EduBit, and so on. Okay, so this is a very quick overview of what's on your EduBit and the lessons that we will cover in this book. Okay, so all this here will be inside this book. Okay. Okay, before I move on to the first chapter of the book, are there any questions in the chat? Okay, for your information, all these sessions will be recorded. You can watch the replay on YouTube. Yes. Okay, if you have any question at all during the session, please feel free to you know, type in the comment in the chat, and my colleague will, you know, bring out the questions for me to answer. Or some of our teachers, our EduBit coaches, they are in the chat, they will reply. Okay. Coding EduBit is different from Arduino Uno. Yes, it's different because we'll be using different software to program, which we will go to soon. But before I start that, can I quickly bring your attention, bring you to the EduBit Resource Hub? Okay, so if Mr. Lee, can you please share the link in the chat? Okay, so besides the module, besides the book, right, we also provide this online resource hub for teachers and for students, everyone. Okay, so if you go to the link provided, we have this how to say, online resource hub for resources that we cannot include in the book. Okay, you can access here. For example, I have mentioned several times, right, that this book, we have this in the kit. You can get this printed copy in the kit itself, and it's in English. Okay. However, we do know that some students, they rather learn in their own mother tongues. So if you go to the download page, okay, you just go to EduBit Resource Hub, then go to the download page, and when you scroll down, you will see this. Wow, why so many books? EduBit books. So we have it in English. This is the same as the printed copy. You can download a PDF version so that it will be easier for you to project in class if you are teaching in class. And we also have the Malay translation, simplified Chinese translation, and Tamil translation. So you can download these in PDF and share with your students for their reference. And besides this, we also have other, Hungarian, Japanese, Thai. So all these books are translated by educators who have used EduBit, and they find that it is good for their students, and they partner with us. They volunteered to help us to translate these guidebook into their languages. Okay, so okay, resources here. And for teachers, if it helps with your planning, you can also download this course overview from the download page. Okay, however, I want to suggest that you don't share this with your students, and I purposely leave out this syllabus overview from the book. Okay, so this syllabus overview is for us teachers, for teachers to know what you are teaching the kids, and you will have all these topics that you want to cover, or these skills that you teach in each chapter, and all these notes. But this is not attractive at all to students, right? It's more for teachers, educators to know. So you can download this for your reference, but you do not need to go through this in details with your students. It will scare them off. Rather, you just tell them that just have fun, learn coding with EduBit. Okay, so besides that, you will also have all these extra resources. You can print the challenge cards. We provide these board games, the snake and ladders game, the board, twister game board, and all these. These are provided in the kit hard copy. But as we all know, when we use this in schools, after a while, wear and tear, and then things get torn, go missing. So if you need a replacement, feel free to download the PDF copy and print. Okay. And yeah, additional resources. And also for schools with internet access problem, if you do not have stable internet, what you can do is to download the offline app and install for your students to use even when they do not have internet access. But if you do have internet access, the most straightforward way to program EduBit will be to use the web-based MakeCode editor. And it doesn't need a lot of data. Basically, you just need to you just need to open the editor once, and then it will keep in the cache, and then you will only need internet connection when you add extension and when you publish the project and so on. Okay, so that's EduBit Resource Hub download page. And now we are going to go to the chapter resources. So if you go to the chapter resources, we have for all the chapters a short description of the chapter. Okay, for every chapter there's a short description of what is covered, the activity and the application challenge. And if you click on the button, it will bring you to the page for that chapter specifically. Okay, and you will see that for each chapter we have included this video This video is by Jaden Lam, and he's one of our early adopters. So he got himself this EduBit and he started learning to program it, and he loves it so much that he started a YouTube channel for this EduBit. Okay, and he recorded a video of him, going through the lessons step by step and then showing the result. So if you have students, sometimes they might be more excited to listen to their peers. So if feel free, if you want, you can just play these videos in class for the students to follow along, and then you just guide them to facilitate them. I've already obtained permission from the father, okay, to include Jaden's videos. So feel free to use these resources provided in your class if you need to. Okay, and then these are all the sample code, the activities that we will do in the book. We will show you later on. We'll go through, and at the end of each chapter, there will be an application challenge. So in the book, we explain the task requirements that the students need to do. And of course, in the book, we can only include illustration and instructions in written form. If you find that your students struggle to understand the task requirement, perhaps it will be helpful if you just go to the resource hub and play these short video clips to explain the the requirements for the challenge for each chapter. And after you have completed teaching the whole chapter, your students manage to complete the challenge, then you can always bring them to do this chapter quiz. Okay. And okay, before I go to chapter quiz, these are additional resources, video clips relevant to that chapter that you can use when you teach in class. And lastly, after they have completed everything for that lesson, to conclude, this is like their exit ticket, you can get them to do the chapter quiz. Okay. So if they click on the chapter quiz, it will basically bring them to a Google form. Okay, so just follow the instructions, fill out the form, and they will receive a badge. So the badge will basically serve as an affirmation for the students. It's like, hey, congratulations, so and so, you have completed lesson 1, and this is a badge for you. You can display in your social media or so on. So it's a milestone for them to know where they are at as they progress through the course. Okay, so you will notice the similar structure for every lesson. So basically, we will have all the we'll have the tutorial video, we'll have all the sample code if you need to show the students, we'll have the application challenge, and then end with a chapter quiz. And for the activities, right, you can refer to the book. Okay, if you have the book with you, you can, flip through the books, open up the book and flip through. If not, then you can look at what I'm sharing here. So for example, chapter 2, they learn how to play rock, paper, scissors. And then what we do is we guide them step by step. Okay, so we guide them step by step what blocks that they need to add, and then how to arrange the blocks. Everything is included. Okay, step by step. Okay, and then of course we explain how to play the game, how the code works, and then also the hardware and so on. So everything is included in the book. So we try to make it as user friendly, as easy as possible for students to learn and for teachers to deliver the content to their students. So I've already covered this, the online resource hub. So now I'm going to go back, and what we're going to do is we will all try hands-on, right? Okay, let's go to, okay, let me show this. Let's go to lesson 1, okay, chapter 1 of the book, and we will do this together, okay? So this is what we are going to cover in chapter 1. So basically, we are going to program the LED matrix, and we will learn how to download the program to Microbit, and we'll learn how to save, publish, edit, make code editor. So we're going to do this together. So first of all, I need you to go to this page. This is Make Code Editor. It's web-based. So okay, I'll get my colleague to share the link in the comment section. You can click on the link, or you can type makecode.microbit.org and open it from your browser. You can use any browser, but I recommend using Chrome. Okay. As long as you have internet access, you will be able to use this to program your EduBit. Okay, if you are ready, then let us know in the chat that you are ready, and then we will continue. I don't want to rush the session, so I will give everyone some time to open the page so that we can do it together. Are you ready? Okay, if you are ready in Make Code Editor, then type ready. Okay, good. We have Kelvin ready, Cikgu Tang ready, Cikgu Yogesh was ready, Cikgu Wong ready. Okay, awesome, good. Okay. Okay, so when you are at this page, you just go to new project. Okay, do you see I think purple, right? A purple icon with new project. You click on it, and then you will get this pop-up window where you are prompted to name your project. So for the first project, let's just name it Hello World, or you can, any name you like, Project 1, or any name you like, basically. And after you have typed the name, then click Create. Okay. Okay, I'll give you some time to do that. Click New Project, name your project, and then click Create. Okay, do you manage to do that? Do you manage to create a new project? If okay, then you can put a note in the comment section so that we know you are doing fine. You can follow. Okay, good. Okay, so after you create a new project, you should see this page here. Okay, so this is the interface. So this is the interface for Make Code Editor. So what I'll do, maybe I'll just go to the actual site so that we can see. Okay, Make Code. Sorry. Okay, so this is the Make Code Editor. It's web-based. So just now what we did was we click New Project, and then we click New Project, give it a name, and then Create. And you will see this page, right? So are we all on the same page? Okay, now at the top, you will have the home, and then you will see in the middle, okay, in the middle up top, you have blocks. This is where you choose the programming language. So for beginners, okay, it is best to introduce them to block-based programming first using blocks. So for blocks, it is quite similar to Scratch, whereby you just need to, drag and drop and arrange the blocks together for the program, for the project to work. However, if your students are more advanced, you can, actually move them on gradually. They can explore JavaScript, text-based programming, or even Python. Okay, they have all these options. So in other words, in MacCode or this microbit platform, we start them, take baby steps, easy and fun, but there is always room for them to explore further, to for them to move on to more advanced programming languages. Okay, so for now, we will start with the basic. We'll start with the easiest one, which is block-based programming. So we are going to build our first project together. Okay, so maybe I show you first what we have here. So on the left, you will see this a replica of your microbit. Okay, okay. Here I have the microbit. Here we have the simulation. So this is the simulation window. Okay, so basically, you can see whatever that you program here, it will show on the simulation. So for the simulation, it is limited to the functions of microbit. So you won't be able to have simulation for all these additional modules on EduBit. So, but for chapters 1 and 2 in this book, this simulation is enough to cover, because in chapter 1 we only use the LED matrix, and in chapter 2 we use the programmable button, and in chapter 3 we program the music, so you can actually play the simulation in this page itself. Okay, so and here in the middle, this is what we call the toolbox or category drawers. In like imagine when we do coding, right, we need a lot of blocks, many different types of blocks, like Lego building blocks, something like that. So we will want to categorize them. So this is where you can find the categories. For example, we have this basic drawer. If you click on the drawer, you will open and see what's inside the drawer. Like your physical drawer, you open and then you see the content. So in the basic category, you have all this show number, show LED, show icon, show string, and so on. Okay, so later we are going to explore some of these blocks. And then input category drawer, you will have button air pressed, on pressed, and so on. Okay, and then music blocks, LED, radio, loops, variables, maths, and if you click advanced, you have additional category drawers here. So just now as I click, did you notice that all the blocks are color coded? Okay, in other words, all basic blocks are blue in color. All music blocks are red in color, and so on. So just now, as I show you here in the book and also on the resource hub, you will see sample programs, and then there are many colorful blocks, right? So if you are not sure where to find those blocks, you can refer to the color and then open the corresponding drawer to find the blocks. And let's say you cannot find, let me show you another way. You can also use the search function here. So for example, I just want to maybe show, okay, I just type show, and then all these blocks that are related will be displayed here. So you can choose whichever you want. For example, here I want to show short icon, then I just drag it out. Okay, so that's the category drawers where you find all the coding blocks that you need. And finally, here on the right, okay, this is the programming workspace. Basically, this is where you piece all the blocks together to form your program or your project. And then you can see the simulation here in the simulation window. And when you are ready, you're happy with your code, you can click download to transfer, okay, the code from your computer to your hardware, okay, to your EDU bit. So I will also show you this function. Okay, if let's say this space you find that it is too small, not enough for you, then you can click here to close the simulation window and so on. Okay, so I'll just share tips and tricks here with you that will that you might find helpful, okay, when you're teaching in class. Okay, so next, we will build our first project in the book, chapter 1, Hello World. So, okay, I'll start from right from the beginning. So when you open a new project, right, you will definitely see these two blocks provided on start and forever. Okay, so step number 1, click on basic. Okay, click basic category drawer, and we want to take out this block which says show string, okay, hello. Okay, show string basically is to scroll the text, whatever text that you have here on the what do you call that, on the LED matrix. All right, okay, so here we have hello. So let's say you don't want to scroll hello, you want to scroll good morning. Okay, you can just click on the oval and type whatever message that you want. Okay, so for your information, this is one of the frequently asked questions that our students, they will ask, teacher, can I type in Chinese or in Tamil and so on? You can try, but the thing is, it can only show whatever that they can display on this 5x5 matrix. So if you notice just now, if I put good morning, that it will just try to draw the letters within this 5x5. So for Chinese characters, it's a bit tricky. They won't be able to show all those Chinese character or those Tamil words. So I would say just keep it to alphanumerical, ABC, then shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so let's say hi. And then next, we want to take out this show icon. Again, click on basic drawer, click this show icon, and then, okay, put it inside the forever block. Okay, so now if I replay the simulation, you will notice here, hi, and then it will show the heart icon, all right? And it will stop there because it says here, forever. Okay, so the difference between on start and forever is like this. On start means when you turn on the power, that it will run whatever code or whatever blocks that you have inside this container here on start. It will run on startup. It will show. Okay, and then for forever, it is, as the name implies, forever. It will keep doing it in a forever loop. So let's say here I just show the heart icon, right? So next, what we are going to do is we are going to try to make the heart, make the heart beat. Okay, let's have a beating heart animation. So what I'm going to do is I just right click here. Okay, right click, click on the right side, okay, of your mouse, and then click duplicate, and I'll have another similar block. Okay, or you can get another block from the drawer as well, up to you, whichever works. And when you click this arrow, you will get this more options. So these are what do you call it? Pre-designed icons that you can use. You can choose. For example, now I want to choose a small heart. Okay, now when I replay the simulation, you will notice that it will scroll the text high. And then now you will see this a big heart, small heart, big heart, small heart. And when this is played repetitively in a loop, in a forever loop, what you will see is a beating heart animation on the display. Okay, so this is the easiest lesson, the first chapter in the book. We want the students to have fun, so all of them definitely can do this. So when after you have shown them how to use these show strings, show icons, you can always let them explore. Okay, there are more blocks here in the basic category drawer. You can show number, you can display your name and your contact number or so on. And just now we use show icon, right? We have these preset designs, but you can also get creative. Okay, let's say we want to get creative, and okay, this is something that I also like to do. You can draw a stickman. Okay, do you notice this logo here? It has two eyes, right? So what we can do is we can use this show LED, and then we can create our own stickman. Okay. Okay, this also looks like the Chinese character ta, right? Big. So, okay, hi. Do you see my stickman on the LED matrix? Okay, now let's make the stickman dance. Okay, let's make it dance. So to make it dance, we can duplicate more of these show LED blocks, and I will just change, turn on and turn off the LED. Hands up, hands down. Okay, what else? Some more. Maybe both hands in the air, legs up. I don't know. You can get creative and do your own animation. What else? Like this? Okay. You can let your students get creative and challenge them to do their animation. Do you see my stickman dancing? Okay, hands up, hands down, legs up, legs down. So this is one activity that you can do in the class with them after introducing them to the LED matrix and controlling all this. So what else do we have here? Okay, if you are done, then you can clear screen and you can pause, and then here you can show arrow. Okay, so now everything is still in the editor, right? Everything is still online. So now what we're going to do is we are going to get them to download, or in microbit they use the term flash the program from the computer to the hardware. Okay, to the hardware. So in order to do that, what we can do is we use this download button. I think I need to remove myself because I'm covering the download button. Okay, do you see this download button at the bottom left corner? Okay, you need to plug in your EduBit board, right? So we provided this USB cable, power and data cable. So you will notice that it has two heads. Sorry, just a minute. Let me enlarge. Okay, so we provided this cable. One end is normal USB. You plug into your laptop. Okay, you plug into your laptop, and the other end, you actually see two parts here coming out. Okay, so for this power, you just plug in to this power supply, and then the other end, okay, this you plug into a microbit. Okay, do you see? All right. And then you need to plug in the USB end to your USB port on your computer. Okay, done. Okay, for your information, the microbit board, it functions a little bit like your pen drive, your USB drive. So basically what we want to do now is we want to transfer the coding file, the program, from the computer to this microbit. So basically we download or we copy and paste the program to this microbit. And this microbit can store one program file at a time. So in other words, if let's say now I have a program, this was programmed earlier before the session. So it is running the program earlier. And if now I want to change the program, I want to change it to this stickman dancing, as you see in my on my computer screen, right? I want to transfer it. So when I download the new project file to my EduBit, my microbit, it will overwrite. Okay, overwrite meaning it will replace the old program with the new program. So you only can have one program in the board. Okay, so now I've already plugged in my microbit, my EduBit board. So now what I do is I need to click download here. Okay, do you see download on my screen here? Download. I'll click download, and then it will transfer the file to my hardware. Okay, it will turn. Usually the first time you download it will take a while, right? Okay, and now do you see that on my screen? Let me show you. Okay, so now it is dancing. Okay, I will reset. I press the reset button, and the reset button is at the back. So there's the black button here. So when I press reset, it will basically play the program from the start again. On start, high, and then forever loop, show the animation. Okay. So if you notice just now, I only click download. I just click download one time and it will automatically transfer the program to my EduBit, right? That is using the one-click download function. And in order to do that, actually, I had to pair the device to do that. And actually, I forgot to unpair to show you first. So just now, it's straight away into the pairing mode. So this EduBit port I paired with my computer earlier. So let me just show you how to pair. If let's say you're using it for the first time, you need to click these three dots here next to download. Or another way is to click the icon here, the cogwheel icon here, and choose connect device. Okay, connect device. And then you just follow the on-screen instruction to connect your device with your laptop. Okay, you will see this pop-up window. You just choose BBC microbit. Okay, here it is showing that it is paired because I paired the devices earlier before the session. Okay, if you are pairing it for the first time, you will just see the option without this word paired, and then you just choose connect. Once you do that, then it will be super easy to download your program. Just one click, and then okay, the program will be flashed to your hardware. Okay, so that one covered. Now I'm going to show you one way to share the code. So for example, this is, let's say I'm student A. So your student programmed this code and he was so excited. So he can share this project with his friends. or even you as a teacher, you can program this sample projects. And if you want to share with your students, what you need to do is to go to this share button at the top. Do you see this button here at the top? Okay, just click, and then it will say share project and then the project name. So here is Hello World, or if you want, you can rename it. So, or if you are getting your students to share their projects with you, you might want to instruct them to include their name, so that when you receive the link, you know that this file is sent by student so and so, student A, and so on. Okay, so Hello World. Let's say if okay, then next is to click Publish Project, and it will give you a link. Okay, a link. So you can just click copy. Okay, then you will have the link copied, and then you can get them to send the link to you, using attached to Google Form, or via WhatsApp or Telegram or Google Classroom, whichever method that you use to communicate with your students. All they need to do is to submit the URL, the project link. For example, here, copy, and I will try to share this link in the chat. Okay, I have shared my project with you in the chat, so you can copy and paste. Okay, I will show you how it will look like on your end, right? So just now I shared the link in the chat. If you click on the link, or any link that your students shared with you, you will be able to open this page, and then you can immediately see their code. So you can check their homework. For example, you give them an assignment, say, program a simple animation using show LED. So this is their homework. So you can quickly check, okay, yes, this student can do this, okay, achieved. And you can have this simulation window. Just change the simulation window, then you can immediately see the output, check the code, and let's say if you get your students to work as a team, you can get student A to build a project, start a code, and then share the link, and then a friend can use this edit code function and continue to improve on this project created by his or her friend. So here can okay, so this is the code now. So now what we're going to do is we are going to add more details to the code. I will show you how we can add, let's program the button, shall we? Okay, now we want to program so that when we press button A, okay, on button A, press from input category, take it out. Let's, since the stickman is dancing, let's play him a song. Okay, go to music category, and here you have all these different blocks for programming music. Okay, let's start with something really easy. If you scroll down right to the bottom, you will see this melody advanced. If you take out this block which says start melody, repeating da da da, okay, you take it out. Okay, place it inside this on button A, press block, click, and then you will have a drop down menu. These are preset melodies which you can use. Okay, let's go for happy birthday. All right, okay, so now basically what these two blocks, what it does is to tell the microbit to play this melody when button A is pressed. Okay, do you want to try? Okay, let's try. Okay, when I press button A. Okay, did I share audio just now? Can you hear the sound? when I press button A, it's playing the tune Happy Birthday as we program. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, now let's try on button B. Okay, if you want to use button B, you can click the same block on button A press, and you will notice that now it is showing that it is you cannot, the color is different. This is because you cannot have more than one on button A pressed. Otherwise, the microphone will be confused when you press button A. It's like, oh, when you press, what do I need to do? Do I need to do this or that? So you can only have one on button A pressed. So what we do is we change here to B. Okay, because we have button A and button B. So now we change to on button B pressed, or you can even have another one to say button A and B pressed. Basically, pressing two buttons at the same time. So let's say we want to program it. Okay. Let's say we want to program it to play a song which is not in the list earlier, a new song, a popular song, or our favorite song. You can program it tone by tone. Okay, get this tone from the music category. And then if you refer to the EduBit book, we actually teach them to program this song. Let me see. This is I Will Follow You. Okay, let me show you. Okay, this is the song that your students will be guided to compose using the Mac editor. We teach them. Okay, this is what we did just now. Add on button press block, and then after that we add these red blocks to play the music notes, note by note. So it takes a little bit of patience, but we guide them, we give them all the notes that they need to put in here. So let me just try the first line. Or let me see. It actually take a while if you need to okay. So if you take this block, you can put it here on button. Wait, I need to show my screen. Sorry, I forgot about that. Okay, can you see my screen now? Okay, make it bigger. Okay, we have this play tone. So this now is middle C. We can add another duplicate. We can change to do you notice that when I click, it actually open up and show a pop-up window of a keyboard. So if you're familiar with keyboard, you will know, right? All this will play different tone. This will play lower pitch notes. This will be higher pitch. So this is the middle C. This is the middle do. Okay, let's change to re. Okay, and then here you have beat. Beat here basically tells you how long to play that note. So you will have tone to tell which pitch, do, re, mi, or whichever tone, and then beat to tell play for how long, do, do, do. Okay, how long? So let's say we want to say do, re, mi, then do, re, mi, for example. Okay, and then let's say we want to have a rest in between. A rest basically means stop playing any sound. Okay, do, re, mi, rest for a while. And then maybe do, re, mi, mi, re, do. I don't know what song that you can play whatever song that you like. Okay. Okay, and then as you program, I strongly recommend that you test from time to time and make sure that it is playing the tone that you like, you want. So you can press B here to test. Okay, can you hear that? Do, re, mi, pause, mi, re, do, Okay, so this is how you programmed EduBit to play songs. So just now again, this everything is in the computer now. So now let's try to download it to the board. Okay, it's downloading. Turning. Need to wait, and once it's done, you will see that it says here downloaded. Okay, downloaded, and then let me show you on my board. Okay, I've already transferred the program here. So okay, you'll need to remember, okay, this is also something that students might miss out. For LED, you can show the LED without turning on the board because your computer supply power to the microbit via the USB cable, right? But if you are using the modules here on EduBit, for example, now we need to use the piezo buzzer, right? You need to remind your students or troubleshoot for them and ask them, did you turn on the power? Okay, here you have the on-off switch. Okay, on-off switch, you make sure it's turned on. Okay, and then if it's turned on, you will see all these LED indicators lighted up. All right. Okay, when I press button A, it plays the happy birthday tune just now as we program. Okay, now I press the B button. Okay, so that is the concept, right? We program it to play melodies when we press the buttons. So okay, just now I show you in the book, right, that we actually guided the students to program the song I Will Follow You. Okay, so it's in chapter 3. In chapter 3. So now I'm going to show you a shortcut. Okay, we love shortcuts, right? Don't we? Okay, you go to the online resource hub, go to chapter 3. Okay, if you scroll down, okay, you will see this one, activity, play baby shark song, or okay, this is baby shark, and then I will follow you. Okay, all the different songs. And da, 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 we have the sample code here. Okay, we have the sample code here. You can, okay, open, open the link and click edit. And then you have the song programmed for you. Okay, so this is for your reference, but for students, for the sake of learning, let them do it not by not. Okay, you will train their fingers as well. Okay, here, okay, this is I Will Follow You. Okay, so I've covered this on button press and the music blocks. Let me take a short break and quickly check the questions in the chat. Are there any questions in the chat that I need to address? Okay, I'll ask my colleague if there are any. Can you please pull out the questions for me to answer before I continue? No questions? All clear? Okay, good. So then we can carry on. Okay, checking the time is 11:30 now. Okay, 11:30 now. Let me check my slides. What else do I need to cover? I've already covered how to flash EduBit. Oh, wait. I just noticed a question coming in. Let me address that. Okay. So the keyboard only have 36 keys. It's more than enough to create. Okay, cool. Okay, actually, the range. Okay, you can just key in whatever note that you like. Okay, good. Okay, so let's continue. I've covered how to flash, how to pair device. I've explained this. Okay, chapter 2 also covered. Okay, let me just quickly check. Okay, I think I need to share this with you. Okay, so just now earlier I mentioned, right, that for the music beat, you can choose either to use the piezo buzzer. If you are using the piezo buzzer, the built-in piezo buzzer, you need to slide the switch. There's a tiny switch. Let me show you bigger screen. Okay, there's a switch here. You need to slide to INT, internal, for the piezo buzzer. And then if you are attaching a speaker to it, then you need to slide the switch up. Okay, there's the small switch here. Okay, can slide up or down, whichever that you are using. Okay, speakers or audio jack. Okay. Okay, and then if they say no sound, then you need to remind them to power up their EDU bit, turn on the power. Okay, what else? Okay, I have some notes here. Okay, I think I've pretty much covered this. Okay, next we will go on to the next part, which is to add extension. Okay, I will go back to MakeCode editor to show you hands-on. Okay. So next what we are going to do is we will program these LED modules. Okay, so this is traffic light bit and it is not part of microbit. So this is an extension, something that we add on to microbit board. So in order to program the RGB, not RGB, the traffic light, the LED modules, we need to add extension. We need to add additional coding blocks to our selection here. So, okay, maybe you can follow along. Okay, what you need to do is to go to the cogwheel icon. Do you see the cogwheel icon here? Okay, and then you can choose this one, extensions. Okay, this is to add extension. Or you can also go to advanced and then here plus extension. This is to add another category drawer. Okay, are you there? And then what you do is you click and it will open this extension page, and then you key in EduBit. Okay, search. Let's search for EduBit, and you will see this EduBit, Cytron EduBit Training and Project Kit for Microbit. Okay, so basically this is to say that Cytron, we have built this accessory, this kit to work along microbit. We have submitted our kit, our soft code, all our programs to microbit MakeCode Foundation, and then they checked and then they approve. So now you can add this extension. So when I click this, you will find that you will have additional categories here. Okay, it wasn't here before, but now you have this additional category drawers. Okay, blocks to control the sound bit. You have blocks to control the potential meter on the EduBit board, IR, RGB, traffic light. Okay, just now we say we want to program the traffic light, right? So here it is. Okay, traffic light. And when we open the drawer, you will see that we have this block to set the LED to on or off and then toggle. Let me take out both and then I will explain to you how they work. Okay, so let's say I want to program the LED to light up. When I press button A, light up LED red to on. Okay, and then turn off all other LEDs, turn off. All right, so now this is A, and then we can duplicate this. I can change this to B. When I press B only, I want to turn the yellow button, yellow LED on, and then A and B, I want to green. Okay, all right, and I want to have, okay, let me show you this first. Okay, download. Okay, when it is downloading, you will notice that the LED indicator at the back of microbit board will be flashing. All right. So now done downloading. So you will notice that my LED is lighted up. Just now I pressed button B. Okay, so I press button A, the red LED light up. When I press button B, the yellow LED will light up. And then when I press both buttons at the same time, the green LED will light up. Okay, so you can program it to light up any way you like, or you can also use this traffic light LED, right, to be to function as a timer indicator. Light up green for 30 seconds, and then light up yellow for 20 seconds, and then light up red for 10 seconds, and then flash, or whatever that you it depends on what outcome you want to achieve. You just use the coding blocks. You add turn on, turn off, and then you can add the what do you call that, delay from basic. Okay, from basic, there's this block that says pause. If you want it to turn on for a certain amount of time, then you just tell it to turn on for 1 second or 2 seconds or so on, and then turn off. All right. Okay, so you can play around with all these blocks, and there is another block which says toggle, right, which I haven't shown you. So we will take this one. This is another type of input which says on shake. Basically, it detects when you shake the board. Let's have this toggle. Where is the block just now? Okay, let me get it out. Toggle. Let's toggle all, and then let's add this pause. For 1 second. Okay, something like that. Okay, downloading now to my board. Okay, so just now we changed the code for red LED. It will turn on, and after 1 second, then it will turn off. And just now we also added another function. When I shake, turn on. When I shake again, turn off. So basically, that's the function of toggle. Toggle means to change the status. If it is turned on, then when I shake, it will toggle and turn off. But if it is off, then it will change the status to on. So let me show you one more time. Shake, on, shake, off, on, off. Okay, so that's the toggle function. All right. So what else? What do you want to explore next? So for this one, just now, the main one is to show you how to add additional extension blocks. So the next one that I think I need to show you will be the potential bit, right? Okay, so somebody asked in the chat, just I saw a question flip through how to use the potential meter. So let me show you. Okay, this is potential meter value. Let us do a simple project. Just now we did sound, right? Music. So maybe we can use the potential meter to control the volume. Okay, let's control the volume. In class, when you teach the music lesson, right, you will need to be quite patient because you know, you have all the students programming different songs and testing their coding. So you it's so noisy, so loud in the class. So what you can do is you can tell the students to set the volume. Okay, so we want to forever set the volume. Okay, and the range for the volume is between 0 to 255. If it is 255, basically it means that the board will play the sound at the maximum volume, which can be quite loud. Okay, so if you want them to be softer a bit, you just tell them to tune down the volume. Okay, so this one you can set the volume. We also, what we want to do now is to control the volume using the potential bit. Okay, potential bit. So what you need to do is you can get this set the volume to map the value. Okay, okay, map the value of what? Of potential meter. Okay, this is a bit messy. Let me bring it over so that it doesn't block. Okay. Okay, so now we say set the volume to map the potential meter value, okay, from low to high. Just now high is 255. Okay. So when you have this, then I need to have music as well. Let me add music. Play the song. Button A, press. Okay, throw away this. Okay, let's try out this. So basically what this is telling the board to do is to play the song Happy Birthday when button A is pressed, and the volume will be determined by the sorry, I'm thank you, Cikgu Ting, for reminding me. I'm actually explaining without showing the screen. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So let me backtrack a little bit. So just now, what I did was I added this on button A, start melody birthday. So telling the robot, the board to play the song when I press button A. And then on this forever block, I added this set volume. Okay, meaning the volume of the speaker, the buzzer. Set the volume and what value? Okay, here you get a range volume. The value is from 0 to 255 maximum. So if you set this by setting the number, then it will play sound at that volume at all time. But now what we want to do is we want to use the potential meter, the potential bit, to control the volume so that we can adjust it, you know, manually here by turning the knob, the potential meter. So what I do is I map the potential meter value to the range for the piezo buzzer. All right. Okay, transferring now. Okay, so now I can use the piezo buzzer to control the volume. Okay, one more time. Now it's very soft. Okay, now I've already transferred the program here. I press button A to play the song. And then now you cannot hear anything, right? Because the value is very low. I can turn the knob. Okay, now it's very loud. Okay, as I adjust the potential meter value, it will adjust the volume. Okay, so that is for potential meter. So any question in the chat? If there is any question, please pull them out for me to address. Yeah. Okay. So that is for potential meter. Okay. Next, I think there's one more that I need to show you, which is the servo motor and the DC motor. For the servo motor and DC motor, we need to attach to these terminals here. Okay, so let's check out. Let me show my screen first. Sorry, I keep forgetting that. For DC motor is in chapter 8. Okay, in chapter 8, okay, we'll be building this game twister. Okay, as you can see here, need to attach the DC motor to the motor terminal. Okay, so for this one, okay, if you scroll down on the chapter resource for chapter 8, you will have this video and it will show you. Okay, let me show this on YouTube. Okay, did you catch that? So in other words, basically, we are just attaching or connecting the positive, negative wires from the DC motor to the motor terminal here. The screwdriver is provided, so you can easily connect them here. If you notice that there are metal clamps inside, so basically we are tightening the screw to hold the LED, okay, the wire from the DC motor. So here a note for teachers. Sometimes you tell your students, they will to connect the DC motors, then they will tell you, teacher, I already connected the DC motor. You see, it's very it's very tight, it's held tightly, everything, but my motor is not turning. Why? Okay, if they said that, then there are a few steps that you can take to troubleshoot with them. Number one, did you power up the board? Did you turn on the power? Number one. And then number two is tell them to check the wire connection. Sometimes students, they may clamp the wire, but instead of clamping the exposed LED part, the metal, the LED part that can for the electricity, the power to flow, they accidentally clamp the insulator, the red or black outer coat to protect the wire. If they clamp on that part, then of course it's not going to work. So these are some of the things that you can troubleshoot with your students. And another one, if you want to for your students to check whether it's the hardware or the code problem, we actually have these built-in text buttons here. You can tell them to press the white buttons here and see whether their DC motors are spinning. Okay, so that is for DC motor. And chapter 9 will be for servo motor. Okay, let me share my screen again. Okay, for servo motor, you can refer to this here. Okay, let me go to YouTube, full screen. Okay, so for servo motor, you need to attach the servo motor to the port here. Okay, and for this one, you need to check the color of the wire. Okay, let me get an example for you. So this is provided in the kit. You get one servo motor, and you will notice that it has three wires: orange, red, and brown. Okay, can you see? Okay, this is from the servo motor. Then you have the connector and then the wires. So you need to plug it in with correctly. Okay, correctly. So brown is for negative, and then red for positive, and then orange for signal. And then on your EduBit board, we have it labeled here. Wait, let me see. Okay, here. Okay, you have S for signal, that is the orange wire, plus for positive, the red wire, and then negative for the brown wire. Okay, just need to connect it correctly, and then you can use the blocks to program. Okay, as you can see in the video just now, you actually need to program program the servo motor to turn to a specific angle. So to do that, you can go to this category drawer which says motors and servos, and then you can choose this one, set servo position to degrees. So the range is between 0 to 180 for servo motor. Whereas for motor just now, DC motor is very straightforward. It's, you know, either you spin forward or clockwise and counterclockwise, okay, which direction, and also the speed. The speed is between 0 to 255. So basically 0 means not moving at all, and then 255 is the maximum speed that the motor can spin. Okay, so I think I've covered everything for this session. Okay, let me check. We go back to our objective for today and checklist for today, and let's see if I've covered everything. If you have any questions, you can leave it in the chat, and then we will go through. It's already 11:55, so we will be ending soon. But for today, I've already introduced Microbit, EduBit. We have checked out a MakeCode editor interface. We have learned how to program MakeCode using MakeCode editor to program EduBit, to publish the project, add extension, connect DC motor, servo motor, and I've also shared resources for teachers. Yay! Yes, we did it. With very limited time, we have covered all this, and this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. I strongly recommend that, you know, if you are interested, you find that this kit will be fun for your children, for your students, get one and then explore, try out all the projects, all the games, and then you know, you can even enroll them to get the certificates if they are interested. It's not compulsory. They can just learn for the sake of learning and just have fun. But if they want to get the certificate, you know, for that sense of achievement, do sign up for our certification program. The first session is in May, session 2 in August, and the final one for this year is in November. So you can give that a try. And maybe Mr. Lin, can you please share the attendance link in the chat? Okay, we will share the attendance link in the chat. For those who need to leave, you can quickly grab the attendance link, and then you can fill out the form, and then we will send you the e-cert, okay, for attending this session. Thank you for staying with us for the past 2 hours. We really appreciate your support. We hope that this session has been helpful to you. If there are any further questions that we didn't manage to cover here, or if you have additional questions that you would like to find out, feel free to contact us. You can join us on Telegram. We are here to support you. And before I end the session, I just want to quickly cover this part which was asked by Cikgu Yogeswari earlier this morning regarding certification for teachers. So just now, what I covered just now this morning during the session is very much for students, you know, for them to learn and then get this course completion certificate. But what about teachers? Okay, we also have teachers in mind, definitely, because our greatest supporters are teachers. The success or failure of this program will pretty much be in the hand of teachers. If you introduce this to your students will know and they can participate. If you just join the session today and you don't extend this invitation, extend this information to your students, then they won't know about this program. And even if they start, you know, with all the resources provided, if the students are, you know, independent, they can learn and explore on their own. But it will be even more, fruitful for them if they have a teacher, a trainer, a parent to journey together with them to guide them. So for teachers, you can go to EduBit Resource Hub, go to the Community tab, and you will see this page. We welcome you to join RERO EDU team. Okay, this is our vision, to bring robotics and coding to the masses, and we need support from teachers to do that. Join us. And after attending today's session, if you are interested to get certified as EduBit instructor, just go to the community page and then click apply. Okay, the criteria, the requirements to be a certified instructor is that you need to be you need to have attended the training of trainer, which is the session now, so you have attended. And the next one is you need to self-declare that you are familiar with MakeCode editor, and you know, you are comfortable using it, you know how to use it. So I would say take some time to explore first, do the lessons, and once you feel confident that you are okay, you are capable, you are familiar, you are ready now to teach students, you can come here and then apply after you have conducted introductory workshop. So introductory workshop is you know, just to introduce EduBit MakeCode editor to your students. It can be a 1-hour session. Just get your students to do maybe the first chapter together. We consider that as having conducted the introductory workshop. So when you have done that, just click here apply, and you will be prompted to fill out a Google form. Just fill it in, and I will process and issue the certificate for you on the 1st and 15th of every month. So this is an ongoing program. You can fill out the form anytime, but we will process on the 1st and 15th of the month. So let's say you are a certified instructor now, then you guide your students to do the course. Once they have completed, let's say you have guided 3 students, successfully completed the course, then you can apply to be a certified coach. This is like naik pangkat, okay, promotion. If you are a certified coach, it means that you have successfully guided at least 3 students to complete the course and become junior facilitators. Junior facilitators are basically student leaders. So this junior facilitator program is for student leaders. Teachers can nominate them. Okay, so nominate your students who completed the course to be junior facilitators. 3 completed, then you become a certified coach. And we also encourage teachers, especially those with experience using EduBit with their students. You can extend this training. For example, what I did with you just now, you can also conduct this with your colleagues, in your ABT Panitia maybe, or you can just share with teachers who are interested. And once 3 students, three teachers mentored by you become coaches, then you can apply to become a master trainer. Okay, so and then here we have RERO EDU team. That's me, and that's Mr. Lim and Mr. Kong, the engineers behind EduBit, RERO Micro, all these products. Okay, the geniuses. And we have Adrian. Adrian is the one who created all those videos in the help desk, all this explanatory video, all the EduBit videos I shared earlier are created by Adrian. And we have Suhana here, our designer, who designed all these characters, all the resources. Okay, this is our team here, RERO EDU team at Cytron. And beyond RERO EDU team at Cytron, we have, here we have junior facilitators. To date, we already have, 63 junior facilitators. These are our student leaders who have successfully completed the course, and they are now helping their teachers to guide their juniors. We have from Johor, from Sarawak, from Penang. Okay, so we hope to see this list grow, okay, from year to year. And then for our instructors, these are school teachers, private trainers. We even have some parents who join us. Okay, so we have how many? Okay, and the last batch here we have lecturers from Polytechnic Ungku Oma. We have 158 certified instructors. Coaches, okay, we have 10. Okay, so these 10 teachers are those who guided their students to complete the course last year. We had 2 batches of students graduated last year, guided by these instructors. Oh no, they have been promoted. They are coaches now. Okay, we have Cikgu Neo from Johor, Cikgu Clarissa from Sarawak, Mr. Lim from Johor, Cikgu Farida. I think Cikgu Farida is with us in the session. Hi, Cikgu Farida from High School Bukit Mertajam. And we have Gordon Singh, Ong Yihan, Sivan Tan, Kawi Young with Aris Academy, and also Cikgu Nur Hafiza. So they have successfully guided their students to complete the course last year. So we hope to see a growing community of junior facilitators, of instructors, coaches, master trainers, from among teachers and our student leaders. Okay, so what we want to achieve is to have a growing community. Cytron, RERO EDU team, we are here to support teachers, but eventually how far we can go will depend on the support that we receive from teachers and trainers like you, and parents too. Okay, so that's all for my sharing for today. I'm slightly over time now. It's 12:05, so we will stop here. Let's all take a break, go have lunch, enjoy your lunch, and after the break, we will be back for session 2, workshop 2 for today, which is ta-da, Zoom Beat. Okay, so Zoom Beat we will start at 2, and for your information, we will go straight to the programming part. So if you have Zoom Beat, do take some time, over lunch. You have 2 hours after your lunch. Do take some time to build your robot. Okay, the step-by-step instructions is provided in the booklet. You can follow the booklet, or you can refer to the tutorial video provided and build this robot. And later on, when we come back at 2 o'clock, we will explore how to program this Zoom Beat robot. Okay, and for those teachers who are new, if you do not get the kit in time for the hands-on session this afternoon, don't worry, you can join us. You can still join us, just listen in, join us, and then later on, if you decide to get the kit, you can watch the recording and then try. And if you have any questions at all, we are always here to support you, even after the session has ended, even after the conference has ended. You can always reach us on Telegram support group, no problem. Okay, so that's all for today's session. Before I end the session, is there any urgent questions that I should address? Let me check with my colleague. Is there any questions for me to address? Okay. No. Okay. If that's the case, then I think we will end the session here, and then we will be back at 2 p.m. Okay, 2 p.m. See you then. Bye.